Hey guys, welcome back. What we're going to do now is style this top section that we created last time. So right click and inspect element, and then find our artist info div right here, artist info. And the only line of code we're going to give this is just a text align center. Text align center like that, and that's it. So copy that, go across to your CSS file, and scroll down to the bottom, and let's give this artist info like that, and text align center, and that's it. Save that. Now refresh the page, and it's still there. Great. So the only thing left to do in this is just to style the button, and then we're ready to move on with the rest of our page. So find the button, and we're going to create a default style for the whole button. So let's start by giving this a text color of white. So color FFF, which is the hex code for white. So obviously you won't see that because the background itself is white, so that you won't see white text on it, but just do that for now. And then cursor, we want to be pointer, so that when we hover over it we can see the mouse pointer like that. Next we're going to do margin bottom, and then that's going to be 10 pixels. So we've added a margin to the bottom. You can, if I hover over the button, you can see the orange part underneath. That's the margin. Let's go ahead and fix the background color so that we can actually see the text. So background color, let's say transparent. We want a transparent background. Then let's say font weight, so the thickness of the font. Let's do 500, so 500 thickness. Let's spacing 2px, so we're spreading the letters out a bit more. Let's say border 2px solid, and then FFF for white. So here we have the thickness of the border, the style, so it's a solid line, and then finally the color, which you want to be white. Let's now add a border radius, which is the roundness of the corners, and that we can just say, we want them to be completely round, so let's just put a big number. Let's just say 500 pixels. And then padding 15 pixels all around. And then we want to give it a min width because this is a bit short at the moment, so min width, let's just say 150 pixels. That's a bit too big, let's say maybe 130. 130 is good. So a minimum width of 130 pixels. So this is our default style of the button right here. So copy and paste those, so those lines right there, and go back to our CSS file. And let's just say button like that, because we want this style to be applied to all buttons across our website. So this is like the default style now for our buttons. So paste that code in there and save it. Refresh the page, and you should still see the style that we just added for the button, which we do. So we want to do one more thing now, and that's real simple. All it is to make this color green, like this. So I said this is our default button style. Now, just by adding one class to this, we want to be able to change the color of our button, okay? So we want our button to have a background color of that green Spotify color. So the hex color of this I have written down here is 2EBD59, which is green like that. And then the last thing to do is to say border color. So border color is the same color. So 2EBD59 like that. So this is the difference in style we want to use when we want to make it a green button. So we're going to do this by adding a class called green. So we're going to say button, so all the button elements with the class green like that. So green, and paste that code in there. And then if I go back to our artist.php page now and just give this button a class of green like that, you'll see it stays green. So just by adding that class, it overrides the background color we set here and makes it green. So it's quite a clean way of doing it. We've set a default button style, and then we've also made it slightly different just by specifying one extra class. So we can do the same thing with white or blue or whatever colors you want. And now we can continue with the rest of the page.